So how tall are your sunflowers? We've got nearly 2 metres here. Now don't forget, as the seeds come, you can leave the sunflowers and the birds will enjoy them through the autumn and winter. September's a really big time in the lawn care calendar. Scarifying is a great thing to do to remove all of the thatch from the grass. For the long-term benefit of the lawn, it's worth doing every year. Try and do it when the grass is dry, and preferably you've cut it short beforehand. At this time of year, there's still opportunity to sow some speedy growing salads like Mizuna or rocket oriental veg if you've got somewhere to provide a bit of protection for them. Otherwise though, you don't miss out. There are plants that you can sow without protection that will germinate in the warm soil, but then will continue to grow through the winter. Here I've got winter lettuces and Claytonia. Also there's lamb's lettuce. Main crop potatoes are ready to harvest about 18 to 20 weeks after planting, but if you want to keep them through the winter and store them, you need to wait till the foliage has died down completely. If you're going to store the potatoes over the winter, make sure that they're dry, they're not damaged or diseased, and store them in a hessian or a paper sack away from where rats can find them. September is a month of bounty. There's fruit and veg coming out of our ears. It's really important to just keep on picking them. Pick them young and tender, much nicer to eat. We've got a great harvest around Eden, as you've seen, and Duana here is going to show me what she does with her onions.
Okay, so all I'm doing is stringing the onions up basically, and that means you get great airflow around the onion, so they store for much, much longer.
Ideal.
Okay, so first thing you do is you get your onion and you make sure it's nice and clean before you put it on. So you don't want mouldy onions, don't use any bad ones.
Okay.
Just tidy them up, nothing loose really, no loose skin. And then what I've got here is I've got a loop of string, that's the important bit. And you place your onion, and then you just weave it between the string like so.
And you've made like a figure of 8 there?
Yeah, figure of 8 around the string. And then cut these off as you go.
And that will just stay there?
That's
hold
it.
Well, if you're not lucky enough to have fruit bushes at home, this time of year you can get out into the wild and pick things like blackberries. They're absolutely fantastic. Don't be too zealous about clearing up at this time of year. Hardy annuals like these Ascultias can be left. The seeds will just drop onto the ground and they will establish far better, get better root development if they're allowed to grow in situ. If you'd like to collect seeds from your plants this autumn, make sure you do it in the middle of the day when the plants are dry, and make sure you select mature seeds. The other important thing to do is to store them over winter in paper bags. Lastly, don't forget to write the name of the plant on there, otherwise when the spring comes you'll never remember what you've got. I don't think it's ever really too early to start thinking about Christmas. We've got lots of seed heads already stored up, we've got teasels, poppies, things like that, but I just noticed this bupleuria. I think if we take off some short pieces it would be great sprayed silver for Christmas. Eden's salvia display looks fantastic at the moment, and I'm here with Helen who's going to explain to us what she does at this time of year.
We're looking for non-flowering shoots, and this one is an ideal candidate here. So we just cut that one.
We've brought the cuttings up to the shed and Helen's going to show me what to do with them.
Right, first you need your compost, and here we've got 50-50 peat-free and perlite, but you could use grit instead of the perlite. We're going to put them into the compost, make a hole, put the cutting in or firm it down.
And that means that the stem doesn't get crushed when you put it in?
That's right.
So what are you going to do now? How do you look after them?
You need to make sure they don't lose moisture, so cover them and mist them.
Okay.
And they should be rooted in about 7 to 10 days.